Welcome to Torah Truth for Us with Linda.
The steadfast love of Yehovah never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Yah. Great is thy faithfulness. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Yah. Great is thy faithfulness. Yehovah is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I have hope in him. Yehovah is good to those who wait for him, to the person who seeks him. Great is thy faithfulness.
The Book of Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapters 16, verse 18 through 21, verse 9. Shoftim, Judges. You shall appoint judges and officers to you within all your gates that Yehovah your El gives to you according to your tribes, and they shall judge the people with righteous judgment. And you shall not twist justice. You shall not show partiality, and not take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise, and twists the words of the righteous. Justice. You shall pursue justice, that you may live and inherit the land that Yehovah your Elohim is giving to you. You shall not plant for yourself an Asherah pole of any tree near the altar of Yehovah your El that you build for yourself. And you shall not set up a sacred pillar which hates Yehovah your Elohim. You shall not sacrifice to Yehovah your Elohim a bull or sheep that has a blemish in it, any serious flaw, for it is an abomination to Yehovah your El. If there is found among you in one of your gates that Yehovah your Elohim is giving to you, a man or a woman who has been wicked in the eyes of Yehovah your Elohim, in transgressing his covenant, and has gone and served other gods and worshipped them, or to the sun, or to the moon, or to any of the hosts of the heavens, that I have not commanded, and it is told to you, and you hear, then you shall inquire diligently. And if indeed it is established true, and the thing has been done, this is the abomination in Israel. Then you shall bring out that man or that woman who has committed this wicked thing to your gates, and you shall stone them, the man or the woman, with stones, and they shall die. On the testimony of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses, dying, he must be put to death. He shall not be put to death on the testimony of 1 witness. The hands of the first witness shall be against him to put him to death, and the hands of all the people afterward. And you shall put away the evil from among you. If a matter is too hard for you to judge, between guilt for one kind of bloodshed or another, between one kind of judgment or another judgment, and between one kind of punishment or another, matters of controversies within your gates, then you shall arise and go up to the place that YHWH your El chooses. And you shall come to the priests and the Levites and to the judge who shall be in those days. And you shall inquire, and they shall pronounce upon you the word of the judgment. And you shall do according to the mouth of the word that they pronounce upon you in the place that YHWH chooses. And you shall be careful to do all according to that which they instruct you, according to the sentence of the Torah that they instruct you, and according to the judgment that they tell you, you shall do. And you shall not turn aside from the word that they pronounce to you to the right or to the left. And the man who acts proudly and will not listen to the priest, who stands to serve there, YHWH your Elohim, or to the judge, that man must die, and you shall put away the evil from Israel. And all the people shall hear and be afraid and not act proudly any more. When you come into the land that YHWH your Elohim is giving you, and you possess it, and dwell in it, and say, I will set a king over myself like all the nations that are around me. Setting. You shall set over yourself a king whom YHWH your Elohim chooses from among your brothers. By him you shall set over yourself a king. You shall not set over yourself a foreigner, a man who is not your brother. Only he shall not multiply for himself horses, and not cause the people to return to Egypt, so as to multiply horses. For YHWH has said to you, you shall not return this way again. And he shall not multiply for himself wives, and shall not turn away his heart. And he shall not greatly multiply silver and gold for himself. And it shall come to pass, when he sits on the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write for himself a copy of this, the Torah, in a book from before the faces of the priests, the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read it all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear YHWH his El, by carefully observing all the words of this, the Torah, and doing these statutes, so that his heart may not be lifted above his brothers, and that he may not turn aside from the commandment to the right or to the left, that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children, in the midst of Israel. The priests, the Levites of the tribe of Levi, shall not have a portion or inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the fire offerings of YHWH and his inheritance, and an inheritance shall not be unto them among their brothers. YHWH is their inheritance, as he has spoken to them. And this shall be the right of the priest from the people, from those who offer a sacrifice, whether it is a bull or a sheep. And he shall give to the priest the shoulder and the cheeks and the stomach, the first fruits of your grain and your new wine and your oil, and the first of the fleece of your sheep you shall give to him. For in him YHWH your El has chosen out of all your tribes to stand to minister in the name of YHWH, he and his sons for all the days. And if a Levite comes from one of your gates, among all Israel from where he dwells there, and he comes with all the desire of his soul to the place that YHWH chooses, then he shall serve in the name of YHWH as Elohim, as all his brothers the Levites, who stand before the face of YHWH. Portion as a portion they shall have to eat, besides the sale by him of their fathers. When you come into the land that YHWH your Elohim is giving to you, you shall not learn to follow the abominations of these nations. There shall not be found among you one who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, a user of divinations, or a soothsayer, or a diviner, or a sorcerer, or one who conjures spells, or consults a medium, or a spiritist, or a seeker of the dead. For everyone doing these things is an abomination to Yehovah. And because of these abominations, Yehovah your Elohim is driving them out from before you. You shall be blameless before Yehovah your Elohim. For these nations that you will dispose listen to soothsayers and diviners. But as for you, Yehovah your Elohim has given for you to not do so. Yehovah your Elohim will raise up for you a prophet from among you, from your brothers, like me. You must listen to him, according to all that you desired of Yehovah your El in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of Yehovah my Elohim, and let me not see this great fire any more, so that I may die. And Yehovah said to me, It is good what they have spoken. I will raise up a prophet for them from their brothers like you, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I command him. And it shall come to pass that whoever will not listen to my words, which he speaks in my name, I will require it from him. But the prophet that presumes to speak a word in my name that I have not commanded to speak, or who speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet must be put to death. And if you say in your heart, How shall we know the word that Yehovah has not spoken? When a prophet speaks in the name of Yehovah, and the thing does not happen, and the thing does not come to pass, that is a thing Yehovah has not spoken. The prophet has spoken it proudly, and you shall not be afraid of him. When Yehovah your El has cut off the nations whose land Yehovah your El is giving you, and you dispossess them and dwell in their cities and in their houses, you shall separate 3 cities for yourself in the midst of your land that Yehovah your Elohim is giving you to possess. You shall prepare for yourself the way, and divide the territory of your land into 3 parts that Yehovah your Elohim is giving you to inherit. And it will be that any manslayer may flee there. And this is the matter of the manslayer who flees there, that he may live. Whoever strikes his neighbor without knowing, and he not having hated him from yesterday and the day before yesterday, and he who goes with his neighbor into the forest to cut timber and swings his hand with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head of the handle slips and strikes his neighbor so that he dies, he shall flee to one of these cities and live, lest the avenger of blood pursue the manslayer while his anger is hot, and overtake him because the way is long, and kill him, even though he does not have a sentence of death, since he had not hated him from yesterday and the day before yesterday. Upon this I command you in saying, You shall separate for yourself. And if Yehovah your Elohim enlarges your territory as he swore to your fathers, and he gives you all the land that he promised to give to your fathers, and if you keep all this, the commandment, and do it, that which I command you today, to love Yehovah your Elohim and to walk in his ways all the days, then you shall add to yourself 3 more cities besides these 3. And innocent blood will not be shed in the midst of your land which Yehovah your El is giving you as an inheritance, and blood be upon you. But if anyone comes to hate his neighbor, and he lie in wait for him, and rises against him and strikes him mortally so that he dies, and he flees to one of these cities, the elders of his city shall send for him from there, and deliver him to the hand of the avenger of the blood that he may die. Your eye shall not pity him, and you shall put the innocent blood away from Israel, that it may go well with you. You shall not move a border of your neighbor, which the men of old have set in your inheritance, that you will inherit in the land that Yehovah your Elohim is giving you to possess. One witness shall not rise against a man concerning any iniquity or any sin in any sin that he commits. Upon the mouth of 2 witnesses, or upon the mouth of 3 witnesses, shall a matter be established. If a false witness arises against any man to testify against him of wrongdoing, and both men who had the dispute shall stand before the face of Jehovah, before the priests and the judges who serve in those days. And the judges shall make inquiry thoroughly. And behold, if the witness is a false witness, he has testified a falsehood against his brother, then you shall do to him as he thought to have done to his brother, and you shall put away the evil from among you. And those who remain shall hear and fear, and they shall not add to do any more this evil thing among you. And your eye shall not pity life for life, and eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, and foot for foot. When you go out to battle against your neighbors, and you see horses and chariots, people more numerous than you, do not be afraid of them. Because Jehovah, your El, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt, is with you. And it shall come to pass in your drawing near to the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak to the people. And he shall say to them, Hear, O Israel, today you are drawing near to battle against your enemies. Do not let your hearts be faint, and do not be afraid, and do not tremble, and be not terrified at their presence. For Jehovah your Elohim, he goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. And the officers shall speak to the people, saying, The man who has built a new house and has not dedicated it, let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man dedicate it. And the man who has planted a vineyard and has not eaten of it, let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man eat of it. And the man who is betrothed to a woman and has not married her, let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man marry her. And the officers shall also speak to the people and say, The man who is fearful and faint-hearted, let him go and return to his house, so that the heart of his brothers shall not melt like his heart. And it shall come to pass, after the officers have finished speaking to the people, that they shall make captains of the armies to lead the people. When you go near to a city to fight against it, then you shall call out to it for shalom. And it shall come to pass that if they accept your offer of shalom and open to you, and all the people found it shall be unto you in tribute, then they shall serve you. And if it does not make shalom with you, and makes war against you, then you shall lay siege against it. And Jehovah your El has delivered it into your hands, and you shall strike every male in it with the mouth of the sword. But the women and the children and the livestock and all that is in the city, all its spoil you shall plunder for yourself. And you shall devour the plunder of your enemies, which Jehovah your El gives to you. Thus you shall do to all the cities very far from you, which are not of the cities of these nations nearby. But from the cities of these people that Jehovah your Elohim gives to you as an inheritance, you shall not keep alive anything that breathes. But you must devote them to destruction. The Hittite, and the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, as Jehovah your El has commanded you, so that they will not teach you to do according to all their abominations that they have done for their gods, and cause you to sin against Jehovah your Elohim. When you lay siege to a city many days while making war against it, to capture it, you shall not destroy its trees by wielding against them an axe if you can eat of them, and do not cut the tree of a man down of the field to use in the face of the siege. Only that of the trees that you know are not trees for food, you may destroy and cut down and build siege works against the city that is making war with you until it is subdued. If one slain is found in the land that Yehovah your Elohim is giving you to possess, lying in the field, and it is not known who killed him, then your elders and your judges shall go out and measure to the cities that are surrounding from the one slain. And it shall be that the nearest city to the man slain will take the elders of that city, a heifer of the herd which has not been worked in it, and which a yoke has not pulled, and the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer to an enduring valley, which is neither plowed nor sown in it, and they shall break the neck of the heifer there in the valley. And the priests, the sons of Levi, shall come near, for Yehovah your El has chosen them to serve and to bless in the name of Yehovah. And by their mouth every dispute, every quarrel shall be settled. And all the elders of that city nearest to the slain one shall wash their hands over the heifer whose neck was broken in the valley. And they shall answer and say, Our hands have not shed this blood, and our eyes have not seen it. For your people Israel, whom you have redeemed, receive atonement, O Yehovah, and do not lay innocent blood in the midst of your people Israel. And atonement shall be provided to them for the blood. And you shall remove the innocent blood from among you when you do right in the eyes of Yehovah. May Yehovah bless you and keep you. May Yehovah cause his face to shine on you and be gracious to you. May Yehovah bless you and keep you. May Yehovah lift up his countenance on you and give you peace. Yivrechecha Yehovah v'yishmerecha. Yair Yehovah panav elecha v'yonecha. Yisa Yehovah panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom.